Hey guys, Number3 here, and today I've got for you a tour of my house and a little bit of the Giant Waffle server world. If you don't know who Giant Waffle is, definitely check out his live streams, and the link to that will be in the description down below. So let's just jump right into it right here. So this path leads to spawn, which is over in that general direction. I might show that off a bit later. So as we approach here, I've got kind of a little bit of an entrance here, nothing special really, and just some closing doors there. They're locked, so that's why I can right click on them. Just a little feature of LWC. So as we go down a crazy long staircase that I've got here, eventually I'll do something with the walls, or I don't know, something exciting. But we get into the main area here. Now, for the longest time, this little pad here, my base of operations, but I've since moved. But all that's left here is really just some chests with not a whole heck of a lot in them. Just a bunch of random crap. We'll go down first. Had to decide there which way I wanted to go. I guess I'll go with progression of how things kind of got built. So down here, I found a spawner, and apparently there was chickens in here, but anyways, strange. Anyways, I found a skeleton spawner down here. So basically the first thing I did on the server, I set up a crafting bench, some chests and whatnot, and got right to work on building a spawner here, or kind of a capture device. So as we can see, they spawn in there, and then down here I've just got, your usual, they flow in and just start climbing up the water stream. Now they actually climb all the way up to the surface, travel a few blocks that way, and then I'll show you the drop-off point. And here just some empty chests, some slime balls and some other random crap. As well, here's the rest of the cave that I've not yet populated, so there's nothing special, it's just basically a cave. But now I'll just take this minecart ride up to the collection area, which actually isn't a collection area anymore. It used to be where, you could kill the skeletons for XP. But since we killed the Ender Dragon, we have no need for, and built an XP farm, I should add. We've got no need for small spawners. So they get dropped down here from the surface, and right now I've just got their drops being collected by a whole series of item hoppers, which I'll try and show you guys here. So yeah, that hopper feeds into that one, which feeds into that one, which goes through a whole bunch of chests, hopper systems to get it down to the area I will show you in just a second. So that'll send the cart back down, and I've got a decent amount of bows. I used to have more. Again, used to have more arrows. There's a whole bunch there. So I'm pretty much set on those things. So we'll follow this staircase down. We can look out over the ravine here. Eventually, right there, I want to have a nice bridge of some sort and light up the whole ravine and make it look really nice, so I can sit back here in my lawn chair and just not get a good view because those blocks are in the way. Anyways, so we'll progress down the staircase here, and you'll notice this was the landing from before. So we'll head up the staircase here, and this is basically the entire new part. This has all been done relatively recently, I'd say within the last couple of weeks. So as we can see here, this is more the tube where the skeletons go up. I don't really know where to start. There's nothing over here yet, but I guess I'll just start with the storage system here, or room. I guess it's not really a system. Yeah, it's basically just a storage room where things get stored. and the tons of enchanted books that I've got. You know, the more valuable things. And then you just got quartz and redstone and all that fun stuff. Nothing terribly exciting. And then what's back there is just more cave, and it kind of curves up and around to there. Nothing relevant at all. Here we have the video I made, like I guess the last video I made of the automatic farm. If you've tried it anytime recently, now that 1.5 has actually come out, you'll notice there's a small bug with it where, I guess I'll go back here and talk about it, where the fast repeater clock that was set up doesn't work anymore. So the solution to that is it just needs to be in this configuration here. So for the few people that applies to that decide to build this, this setup back here with the comparator, that is how you fix that. So this is a slightly expanded version of the one that was shown in the video, just because I had restrictions on width as well as depth, because right under here is another floor, which I will show you shortly. I should also note while we're back here, I won't demonstrate the machine. Oh, and this furnace is just here for looks on the other side. Yeah, I'm not going to demonstrate the machine right now because it's just a wheat farm. But as you can see down kind of below this staircase, there's a redstone line that leads from some pressure plates that comes up to the system here, which just does the lights in the crafting room that I'll show you next. So that's basically how that system works there. So we'll go take a look over at that right now. Alright, so we're back on the other side here, and as you can see, I tried to match the looks. I might just throw in another hopper there just to get it to look nice. Kind of wasteful on iron, but aesthetics is everything in Minecraft. So this is the pressure plate system I was talking about with the lights. That way I can just run in here and the lights come on, although there is quite a bit of light coming from there, just to prevent mob spawning and such. But here on both sides I've got automatic furnace set up, so I put whatever needs to be cooked. I guess I got some raw chicken. It divides the load between these two hoppers that flow into one of two furnaces. In each of these chests you can place coal, which, as you can see here, feeds through the hopper into the furnace here and keeps those stocked. Exact same setup on the other side. And I just collect all my cooked items on the other side, or on the bottom chest here, and that goes for both of them. Here we've just got some storage chests for the most often used items, and basically just everything you need for quick crafting and all those shenanigans. Moving over to the left here again, I've just got my disposal system, so I can get rid of all the random crap that I don't need. And it just falls into this natural pit of lava that was below. I'll go down to that second floor I mentioned briefly earlier with the height restrictions or depth restrictions. Yeah, this is it. Got a little bit of a sniping turret here, although it's a PvE server, not PvP, unfortunately, so not a whole heck of a lot purpose to that. I mostly used it for ender pearling. Ender pearling? I guess that, I don't know, it just sounds funny. Ender pearling to and from that bottom section there. Right here is where the output for the skeleton grinder, it outputs all to here, which is kind of a coincidence that it landed in this wall. I kind of had to tweak it a bit up there at the top, as you can see, but it allows it to fall here, so I can use it in that farm there that just eats through bone meal. So that's the main living area. Now we'll go down another giant set of staircases here. Still, again, some undeveloped walls. So eventually there'll be something as soon as I can figure out what something it is. And as the frame rate drops, we can see got cow farm here, or cow pen, chicken pen, sheep. I don't like to keep too many sheep because I never use sheep. And some chicken, I don't really know what to call it. I don't want to call it like an egg farm because, I mean, technically that's what it is, but I'd like to think of it as like an incubator or nursery or something where the chickens can lay their eggs and the young will safely be carted away to this chest over here, where some of them may or may not have died. For some reason, these two pens here, the chickens always seem to escape, so I'm not really sure why. But the system I've got set up here is a chest cart comes from over there, drives into the hoppers, picks up any eggs that are in there, and then carries them back over to that hopper. I'll just break in here. This system here where it drives over that hopper right there, deposits, I believe I've got it down to a time slow enough where I can deposit 4 items, 2 on the way up, 2 on the way back. And so that seems to keep the very few eggs that those actually produce, seems to handle the load. And then again, it just deposits in there. But yeah, the amount of chickens here and all the animals, except for the sheep are fine, would not pass, PETA would not be happy. Let's just say that. At one time I had upwards of 100 cows. That's dropped down quite a bit because the meal I just enjoyed there is some steak. Now the chickens, I have no idea how many are here. I guess we'll just kind of check it out now. We're looking at, I suppose I should collect the eggs to be fair. So I was going to say we're looking at 200, but I don't think that's a fair number. I won't be able to keep all the eggs gone for long enough, but I'd say we've probably got about 150 chickens here. So, just for curiosity's sake, I'll check the cows here. We got 60 cows. That's not too bad. And then I'll just check over here at the pigs. Looks like we've got 90-ish pigs. So, altogether we've got quite a few animals. Yeah, that was one run through that egg farm. So that pretty much sums up the entirety of my setup here. Alright guys, well this will wrap up this portion of the tour. And I guess in the next part I'll go over some of the buildings at spawn, as well as a few of the things I've contributed to the server, and yeah, just some of the builds of the other players. So yeah, see you guys in part 2. Thanks for watching.